I have a list of sales data in this workbook. I'd like to filter that list from a start date to an end date, and I'm going to show you a couple of quick ways to do that. This is Debra Dalgleish from Contextures.com. This list on the sales data worksheet is a named Excel table, and to create one of those on the Home tab you can use the Format as Table command, or you can go to the Insert tab and there's a table command there. So this is already set up, and in a named Excel table there are drop down arrows in the heading that you can use to sort and filter. I'd like to filter this date column, and I'd like to show the records here from the 15th of January to the 15th of February. And to do that, I could click this arrow, and there's a Date Filters command. There are some dynamic date filters, so you can see all the things from last week or next year. For this, I would like to choose one of these static date filters, and that would be between the two dates. When I choose that, the first one automatically says is after or equal to, and if I try and click on my date, it won't let me do that. There is a drop down arrow, so you could choose from here. Now, I don't see the 15th of January there, but I can type that, and the same thing for the ending date. You can type or select from that drop down. So I'm going to have to type those dates into these cells. When I click OK, it shows me the dates in that range. So you can do that. It's unfortunate that you can't use a cell reference, but it's an easy way to filter by a specific date. And then when you're done, clear that filter. Using that date filter is easy enough. I'd prefer, though, if I could make the change here on the worksheet. It's more visible what's being filtered here, and it's easier to change. I don't have to go back into this drop down and change both the dates. To set up some filtering that will use these dates, I'm going to add conditional formatting to the date column. I'm going to check whether each date is on or after this date and on or before this date. We could do that on the worksheet with a formula, and we'll do it here first and then use the same formula in conditional formatting. So in this cell I'm going to type an equal sign. I want to check two things, so I'm going to use the AND function and an open bracket. The first thing I want to check is if this cell, B4, is greater than or equal to this cell. B4 greater than, equal to, and the start date. Now it's gone in as a relative reference, but no matter which row I'm checking, I always want it to check this cell. So I'm going to press the F4 key to put dollar signs in there and make that an absolute reference. Then I'll take a comma, and the next thing I want to check is if B4 is less than or equal to the end date. B4 less than, equal to, click on the end date, and again press F4 to lock that and make it an absolute reference to that cell. Close the bracket and press enter. Now this one is not in that date range, but if I drag down, and we've got a few more dates here going down to the beginning of April, we can see that these are all true, and they're from January 17th to February 14th. And if I look at that count down here, we've got 8. We're going to use this same formula in the conditional formatting rule that we'll set up. So I've selected the first cell. I want to be in the first row, and I'll highlight that in the formula bar, Control C to copy it, and then press enter to get out of the edit mode in that cell. I'm going to click the heading of the date column to select all the date cells. Then up on the Home tab, Conditional Formatting, New Rule. In here I want to use a formula. We're going to use that formula that we just copied, and I'll click in the Format Values formula cell and Control V to paste that formula. I'm going to click Format, and on the Font tab I'm just going to make a subtle change to the color. That way, if we wanted to print this sheet nobody would notice that there is a difference in some of the cells. So instead of automatic, which right now is black, I'm going down to this last one, which is black, text 1, lighter 5%. I'll click OK, and we can see the formatting example here. Click OK. Now we don't really see any difference here, but if I go to that drop down arrow, now there's a filter by color option, filter by font color, and it shows in the filtered results just the ones where we have the true, and it's got the same 8 count that we had before. And to clear that, I've got a shortcut up on my quick access toolbar, and now all the records are showing again. We can clear out this list of formulas that we entered, but now if I want to look at from January 1st to February 15th, I can go back to my filter by color, and it now includes all the dates in this new date range without having to go in and change the settings in the filter between that we did before. Thanks for watching this video. You can go to my website, Contextures.com, to get this workbook, and please subscribe to my Contextures YouTube channel so you can see the latest videos as I post them. Thanks for watching this video. You can go to my website, Contextures.com, to get this workbook, and please subscribe to my Contextures YouTube channel so you can see the latest videos as I post.